What happens when a global superpower shifts the dynamics of technological competition? In 2023, the United States made a seismic decision that altered the technological landscape of the world. It imposed sweeping sanctions on China's semiconductor industry, not just as a strategic maneuver, but as a statement of intent. This move wasn't just about limiting China's access to advanced chip technologies. It was a bold declaration of technological dominance. Officials in the US framed this decision as essential for national security, citing concerns over China's rapidly growing military capabilities and its expanding influence in the cyber realm. US Secretary of Commerce Gina Raimondo called the decision a matter of paramount importance for the country's national interests. By restricting China's access to critical technologies, the US intended to safeguard its edge in global power. Struggles. But these sanctions had far-reaching implications, touching on industries far beyond just semiconductors, the backbone of modern technology, from smartphones to AI-driven systems. Cutting off China's access to advanced chips was a strategy aimed at stalling the technological ascent of a major competitor. However, the US move had a surprising counter-effect. It sparked an unprecedented global tech race. China's response to the sanctions was swift and relentless. Instead of slowing down, China shifted gears, doubling down on its pursuit of technological self-reliance. This wasn't just a response to sanctions, it was a full-scale revolution in China's tech strategy. The country had long been dependent on importing semiconductors to fuel its technological ambitions, but by 2023, China had drastically reduced its reliance on foreign chips, slashing imports by over $200 billion compared to just 2 years earlier. This pivot was not merely about curbing external pressure, but about positioning China as a powerhouse capable of reshaping the global tech order. China's Made in China 2025 initiative played a key role in this shift. Billions of dollars were pumped into domestic semiconductor manufacturing, transforming companies like Semiconductor Manufacturing International Corporation, SMIC, into key players on the global stage. By 2023, China's self-sufficiency in chip production had surged, marking a profound change in its technological landscape. But the question looms, how will this reshape industries that once relied on Western suppliers? What does this mean for global trade networks? Is China isolating itself from the global market? Or is it positioning itself as a new tech giant capable of rewriting the balance of power? If the US sanctions were expected to cripple China's tech innovation, they've failed to deliver. A prime example lies in Huawei's 2023 unveiling of the Mate 60 Pro smartphone, powered by a domestically produced 7-nanometer Kirin chip. This was a significant achievement, one that defied industry expectations and silenced skeptics who doubted China's ability to innovate under the weight of sanctions. Moreover, Huawei's progress didn't stop at smartphones. The company now manufactures 5G base stations using entirely Chinese components, establishing them as a cornerstone of the nation's digital infrastructure. Dan Hutchison from Tech Insights noted that China's technological resilience has far exceeded even the boldest forecasts. These milestones are far more than just technical achievements. They represent China's declaration of independence in the technological sphere. In China, consumers are already reaping the benefits of this self-reliance, with lower costs for 5G-enabled devices and broader access to cutting-edge technology. But these advancements raise a critical question. Will this drive for self-sufficiency foster a new era of innovation, or will it only deepen the geopolitical divide? And how will Western companies navigate this rapidly shifting technological landscape? The rise of Chinese-made processors, such as the Longan series, is sending shockwaves across key industries, including artificial intelligence, AI, and aerospace, industries once dominated by Western powers. Chinese firms are quickly making headway in areas traditionally seen as the exclusive domain of the US. These advanced chips are no longer relegated to niche applications. They are now embedded in cutting-edge supercomputing platforms and critical defense systems. As these Chinese processors enter the scene, they challenge long-held assumptions about the dominance of Western technology. A report from Reuters in October 2023 highlighted how Chinese firms are using these domestic chips to power industrial robotics and autonomous vehicles. Once sectors heavily reliant on US technology, they are now being reshaped by China's burgeoning semiconductor capabilities. The ability of Chinese firms to produce 5-nanometer semiconductors through companies like SMIC is one of the most significant upsets to the status quo. This breakthrough has allowed China to bypass export bans, which once threatened to limit its tech aspirations, and position itself at the forefront of innovation in emerging fields such as quantum computing. But while China's progress is evident, these advancements raise crucial questions about the broader impact on global accessibility and innovation. Are these developments making technology more accessible worldwide? Or are they intensifying competition among tech superpowers? For some, this shift is viewed as a potential destabilizing force, but for others, it is seen as a natural evolution in the global tech ecosystem. The ripple effects of this competition extend well beyond China's borders. By Q3 2023, Intel reported a significant 27% decline in revenue from Chinese markets, reflecting the growing competition from local Chinese tech companies. Similarly, Texas Instruments, a key supplier of analog chips, faced a staggering $2.3 billion shortfall, largely attributed to reduced demand from Chinese clients. These financial losses are not confined to individual companies, but extend to the broader tech ecosystem, with Western firms losing a vital revenue stream that once accounted for as much as 30% of their annual sales. This economic reality raises difficult questions for policymakers in the US. Have the sanctions, which were designed to curtail China's technological ambitions, inadvertently backfired on the US economy? By 2023, China's share of global semiconductor manufacturing had surged from 15% in 2020 to an impressive 30%. This rapid growth has been fueled by aggressive government subsidies and strategic partnerships with allied nations. According to a Wall Street Journal report, Chinese chipmakers have constructed over 50 new fabrication facilities within just 2 years, a remarkable achievement that not only diversifies global production, but also intensifies competition with established giants like Taiwan's TSMC and South Korea's Samsung. For consumers, this rapid development could mean lower prices for electronic devices, as increased supply from China drives down global prices. But the broader implications of this shift stretch far beyond just cheaper gadgets. It is reshaping global supply chains, altering trade dynamics, and influencing economic policies on a global scale. While some countries stand to benefit from the increased supply of Chinese-made chips, others are feeling the impact of this shift more acutely. South Korea's chip industry, heavily reliant on exports to China, has been an unexpected casualty of the US sanctions. Companies like Samsung and SK Hynix, which have long dominated the global semiconductor market, are now grappling with reduced market access in China. In Q3 2023, Samsung's semiconductor division saw a 12% drop in revenue, while SK Hynix experienced its largest profit loss since 2017. Both companies are now facing a stark challenge: how to compete in a market where Chinese firms are rapidly becoming more self-sufficient. Whether South Korea's legacy of innovation can help it reclaim its competitive edge remains to be seen. China's influence extends far beyond just chip manufacturing. Its domestically developed chips now power essential sectors, including data centers, telecommunications networks, and AI platforms. Leading tech giants like Alibaba and Tencent have begun replacing imported processors with homegrown alternatives, signaling a transformation in China's tech infrastructure. By 2023, Nikkei Asia reported that over 60% of China's cloud computing infrastructure was running on Chinese-made chips, a shift that reduces reliance on foreign suppliers and strengthens the resilience of China's critical infrastructure. For everyday consumers in China, these developments have already translated into more affordable electronics and greater access to cutting-edge technology. Additionally, the push for self-reliance bolsters China's standing as a global tech leader and could redefine how nations approach technological sovereignty and economic partnerships. The global tech ecosystem now stands at a crossroads, Will these advancements lead to a new era of collaboration, or will they deepen the divide between technological superpowers? As China continues to forge its own path, the full impact of its rise on global innovation and accessibility remains to be seen. One thing is clear: the rules of the game are changing. China's semiconductor industry is rapidly transforming, showcasing a blend of resilience and innovation. Domestic chip-powered devices are becoming more prevalent, signaling a move toward increased self-reliance. Meanwhile, global markets are feeling the tremors of this shift, with potential shortages and price hikes rippling through regions that are heavily dependent on imports from China. But as China's technological progress accelerates, the question remains: can this rapid development sustain itself without compromising quality or stability?